Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on December 11th, 2024. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Do, giving you your world update, space weather, earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather. Always starting out here looking at our amazing sun, 304 angstroms, big plasma filaments, southeast region, and as well equatorial and northeast region. We're going to be watching these plasma filaments as they stretch across the surface of our sun. And as well, we've got two coronal holes, one that is Earth-facing, big blackened region there at the center disk, and as well northeast region turning away, top right. We did have solar flares, actually pretty strong M-class solar flares to report today. Earth-facing, unfortunately, only sharing here the last 3 hours of imagery, as SDO is still down and still no compilation of sun imagery. But amazing stuff here of minor M-class solar flare, equatorial region, left-hand side there, small flash. We have multiple sunspot regions Earth-facing right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3920 and 392022 have been the active ones. Space weather conditions currently, we are under R2, moderate radio blackout impacts expected to high-frequency radio communications on the sunlit side. Solar winds are coming in at 389 kilometers per second. Solar X-ray flux, as you can see here, showing a strong M-class solar flare and as well a couple moderate ones throughout the day today. But that's about a dozen strong solar flares the past 24 hours. C-class ranging to M-class. Geomagnetic activity is low and as well solar flux. Space Weather Prediction Center updated space weather spiral with no CMEs. But watching here, there is something in the late models here being put in. We're going to have to wait for updated imagery here with NOAA. As well, notable on the bottom imagery, all of that yellow, that is Earth-facing coronal holes. So we do have some coronal holes that are going to be turning for the Earth-facing party this week. Now let's have a look at earthquakes here the past 24 hours. Earthquakes still rocking California, as well notable earthquake 2.6, Howardville, Missouri. Now this is a little bit concerning. USGS is reporting 271 the last 24 hours. And just a couple days ago, I did put out earthquake warning video for all of North America and up into Canada, the Cascades. Look at the hazard zone for earthquakes, minor seismicity, Howardville, Missouri. And as well, continuing activity, California and even all around the San Francisco basin. And of course, Nevada still seeing minor aftershocks. But this is a little bit concerning when these start moving north and westward. That means we've got some release heading back into the Pacific. So watch out, Juan de Fuca Plate, straight north into Canada, Port Hardy, northward to Alaska. Big earthquake is on the way. We had a pretty quiet time there, 24 hours without a very deep earthquake. Now all of a sudden we had the 533 in Fiji. And look at this, Centerville, South Carolina, a minor earthquake at that, but two hazardous zones. Seeing minor activity over the last few days. New Madrid. Not just the New Madrid fault line, but actually New Madrid. The little town or city of New Madrid. Right atop the New Madrid fault line. Which literally could separate east from the west. Quite possibly may have when the oceans were higher. But anyways, carrying on here, earthquakes continue. Petrolia, California, as well Hawaii, 3.7 there. All of a sudden, Alaska has stopped since yesterday with the 5.8, but it's moving into Anchorage and northward into the Yukon. And look at this activity from Taiwan and south into the Philippines. just like a straight line of force heading straight down into Indonesia and the Australian plate. Largest earthquake the last 24 hours being 5.4, other than the 5.8 from yesterday in Alaska. Here's your deepest, 533-kilometer depth, and that occurred this morning. South American plate, quiet since yesterday, except for this, 4.7 being reported Venezuela, which is also a pretty rare place to report earthquakes. We don't normally report them here with Daily Events Worldwide. Earthquakes are piling up still. Puerto Rico, heads up, all across Central America. Earthquake watch and warning is in effect until at least the 14th into the 15th. Earthquakes through Greece. This is a region I've been warning for the last few days. African plate still on watch as well. North African plate. That's the last 24 hours for earthquakes. As I said, USGS reporting right now 277 earthquakes the past 24 hours. Considering all this activity that we've seen this week, got to be a little bit concerned on where it's going to go next and how bad it could be. So heads up, everybody. Much love and prayers for humanity. Lots going on across our planet right now. This is looking at the last 7 days for earthquakes around the world. Again, South America, northward into the Cascades. African plate be on watch. The whole world should be on watch right now. If you were to look at the heliplots, which is the world seismograph site, our planet is humming right now. Stay aware and prepared. Now let's have a look at air quality forecast brought to you by our active and erupting volcanoes. Not the greatest air quality, but you can see SO2 spewing out of the Caribbean this week. Virgin Islands seeing some volcanic activity as well. Hawaii, New Caledonia there, northeast of Australia, and as well all through Indonesia, the Philippines. High pressure ridge moving into China is going to scoot all of that nasty air quality across the Pacific. Now, the title of this video is Unprecedented Extreme Weather. Wait until you see the low pressure systems that are driving around our northern hemisphere right now. Looking at windy models here, both the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean right now, both experiencing atmospheric rivers. This is looking at wind gusts over the next week. Right up until Christmas, my friends and family, we've got some nasty systems affecting mostly eastern Canada and as well the Canadian prairies. Watching the long-range extreme weather all across northeastern United States, eastern seaboard, and then Ireland, the United Kingdom. You're going to get battered. Batten down the hatches, my friends. You've got some nasty weather heading your way. Much love, everybody, and I want to thank you all for subscribing to Daily Events Worldwide. Hashtag no fear here. Just awareness and preparedness. Overlooking the Pacific, watch this monstrous system come out of Japan. Near typhoon forecast there, heading up into the North Pacific, can't even penetrate the Aleutian Islands. Ends up scooting around and getting involved with a few other low-pressure systems till eventually it heads up to northern Alaska. And then look at this beast of a system in the long range. Boy, oh boy, what is our planet doing? Well, I'm showing you here, everybody, and this is a forecast right up until Christmas, as we've got atmospheric rivers in both oceans right now, and some massive low-pressure systems that are driving the weather and extreme weather around the world. Look at this, near cyclone typhoon conditions, 944 millibars. My, oh my. Are you guys ready? Big systems coming in. Winter's right around the corner. Christmas is right around the corner. Are you ready? I'm not ready. I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm never ready for winter. So Anywho, again, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this update. Full weather forecast. Look at last night's video. This is a forecast showing the wind gusts right up until Christmas, where we've got some pretty unprecedented weather systems developing. Much love.